he scooped it up. All right, so we're going to be going into the next game. Now, this deck has some extremely aggressive openings. I mean, he's going to be looking for his Tunnel Trogs. He's going to be looking for his Totem Golems. He's going to be looking for, any 3 and 4 drops that he can get that just deal damage and stuff. So, he's got a lot of really fast openers that can do some damage, but then he's also got some resilient threats as well. They can live through some of this, early removal and through, Flame Strikes, He's got, Fire Elementals that live through Flame Strike and Blizzard. He's got Thing from Below. It's a 5/5, so... this is a matchup I think he could get through. He's got Hex for Doomsayer if he needs it on that turn to get that out of the way as well. He doesn't have as much burn as most Shaman decks have, but he does have a Bloodlust, so that can definitely steal a weird spot where it can pop a block out of nowhere, that kind of stuff. Plus, who knows what Master of Evolution can do? That could make some crazy thing happen.
It can, yeah. So. Definitely a possibility, but Prophecy, the weaknesses for this deck have shown. And we saw it earlier, he did lose to a Freeze Mage deck. It was a standard Freeze Mage, it wasn't a Reno Freeze Mage, so maybe a little bit stronger in that regard, but, still you have to sort of factor that into the predictions here.
This is the kind of hand you want to Reno, by the way. This is the opening hand that you want to be Renoing on 6.
Yeah.
This hand could have gotten the last game done if you had this opener into Burn Spell, Emperor. Could have actually been having a chance to beat that Control Warrior.
Yeah.
All right, he's got an option here if he wants to Tunnel Trog into Coin. I was gonna say this does hurt him pretty bad next turn, but since there was a ping here, he might believe that there's not a burn spell that can take care of one of these Tunnel Trogs, and he's going to get in a lot of damage.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. You can push the same amount of damage that turn on chance with a Tuskar Totemic. You can chain Tuskar Totemics and then wait until you absolutely are searching for something with the ancestral knowledge. Before you use it, but this still works. This is still pretty good because what it does is it forces 2 threats on the Becoinless board that he has to deal with. It punishes him for taking a slow approach to the game, and it makes it so it's going to be a couple turns before he's able to start cycling. So it just puts pressure on.
Yeah, absolutely. And what is he even going to be doing next turn? He only has 1 mana here, unless he draws some other 1-drop that's in his deck, which I don't know if there was another one. Did we see another 1-drop out of his deck?
Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, he had Lightning Bolt. So I guess he would have Lightning Bolted here because then he could still play a 3-drop on the next turn. So maybe playing Tuskar Totemic was a little bit better that turn, but this does get in a lot of pressure, and maybe he just got a read since there was a ping on turn 2 and not a Frostbolt, that maybe there was, no burn spell to take care of his guy there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Koima, what are you doing this turn?
Well, your opponent's, you've seen this deck pretty much. As long as you've watched that first matchup, you've seen this deck almost in its entirety. So you can just play Doomsayer and be pretty confident that it's not going to get killed off. I suppose a Lightning Bolt kills it off. Mm-hmm. But if that Lightning Bolt goes at your Doomsayer, I think you're pretty happy. But it looks like he's just going to be on the plan of pinging it over 2 turns.
Yeah, I don't mind
Evolution could put a stop to.
Master Evolution really showing some value here.
Unless it just...
Whoa! It's the reverse Nat Pagel. Did he catch a fish?
No,
he didn't. But he still gets a 2/4 here. This guy's big.
Yeah, that's the strongest 2-drop in the game. No, I'm just kidding. It's not even close. But that's a pretty strong 2-drop. Is a much more accurate representation.
Nat the Dark Fisher.
This would lead to some interesting cases if it came out of a Piloted Shredder. But alas,
we don't have that problem anymore.
Yeah.
Never again will we see Implosion on Piloted Shredder, and I don't think that could have come too soon.
Yeah. Well, Prophecy could start flooding here, and I think that's going to be the play. Tuskar Totemic plus a Totem Golem.
Yeah, and there's no Blizzard over opponent's hand either. Oh, hello.
Hello.
That's a lot of damage.
Just push the 6.
I mean,
All right,
he's
well, there's
pushing so much damage here.
Yeah, and there's no secrets active. Ooh, but he gives Pacoima an extra card, and he could ping his Acolyte of Pain. Frost Nova Doomsayer.
Oh man, that extra card got him into the Frost Nova that he really needed this turn. Pretty fortunate for Pacoima there.
Yeah.
All right, so what kind of recovery is Prophecy going to have here? He's going to be playing like Azure Drake in a turn or two? I mean, like, I guess he could draw Hex. He could draw Hex here, right?
He could.
That's like his only out, I think, from here, right? Is Hex?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I saw the 3 mana.
I mean,
Yeah,
he can play Mana Tide Totem, just a cycle, yeah.
Yeah, I think you do. I think you just have to. Yeah. All right, Flankton Totem picked up. That might be kind of hard to get value out of in this game, though. He doesn't have any charge minions. Is that a Malagos?
That is a Malagos.
How did we not see that yet?
And that makes me question his Snap Emperor Thorsan last game even more.
Mm-hmm.
If he has Malagos, that improves his matchup against Control Warrior by a lot, as long as he just holds on to Emperor until he gets Frostbolt, Ice Lance. I
mean, there's some spots where you could just play it and they can't even kill it.
Yeah.
Like after you've Alexstrased them and they've executed.
Yeah. But we'll see if Prophecy can reload enough here.
Gets the 1/1. All right. Gets a little more pressure. He's got 7 power in play now. He's got a Bloodlust in his hand. There's some sneaky ways he could pop a block here, but Pacoima does have a Cone of Cold here if he wants to be able to keep the pressure away from his face.
Yeah. And pretty much he's just buying time until Alexstrasza at the moment. And that seems to be the way to do it. The thing is, Prophecy does have some ways to or a single way to heal with the Halazeal. It's an interesting card.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird spot. I mean, there is, I guess, a spot where he's going to need to heal for 3 to 6 damage at some point, like maybe after he gets Alexstrasza, if that card comes into play. And he's got free Thing from Belows if he wants to do this here.
I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. Maybe throwing 1 out there is worth it, but
yeah,
he's really afraid of more board sweeps.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to make his board look not intimidating enough that he gets a Bloodlust. He gets a Bloodlust pop here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What to do?
We might finally get to see him play this Bloodlust, TJ.
Maybe.
There's a decent Cone of Cold here too. You take care of a couple minions. Freeze up a guy or two.
One thing I don't get is when people put cards in their deck and then don't use them.
What to do?
Irked. That's the word I'm looking for. It irks me.
Mm-hmm.
It irks me up and down.
All right, so what does Pacoima do here? Does he use Cone of Cold finally?
Well, I think he just, I don't know. I think he doesn't have enough damage to Alexstrasza yet, and he's afraid of Bloodlust, but he doesn't really have many freezes left.
Yeah, I think maybe he's just going to Alexstrasza here.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's going for it.
So he picks up Frostbolt. He's got Fireball, Frostbolt, Ice Lance, Ice Lance. That's easily enough.
With Frostbolt, yeah.
Yeah.
But he needs to pick up that Frostbolt, and now all of a sudden, Prophecy can Bloodlust here. Can he pop the block and kill the Alexstrasza is the question.
Well, if he wants, he can get really fancy here. He only needs to trade in one of the minions, and he can Elemental Destruction maybe, and then play a 5/5 behind that for free. Oh, wait. Is this lethal?
Is that just game?
6. Yeah, this is lethal.
It ends.
Yeah, I thought he could play the the other secret earlier, but I thought I was just misseeing it.
Oh
wow,
man!
Prophecy actually gets the win here. And he's gonna win the 3rd place match. Wow, you know what? We talked about this through both of his matches today. that he might sneak a win with Bloodlust because people just forget that card exists. And I'll tell you this, Bakoma won't lose to Bloodlust anytime soon. When you lose to it, you definitely don't lose to it again anytime soon. But that one time he's going to lose to it, it's going to sting today.
He won't put a zoo to 2 health and hope that he doesn't die anymore either.
Yeah.
But man, what a roller coaster for the third place match. We still have one more left. I think that was a 2-hour long series, slightly maybe even over, close to 2-hour long series. So what a match. But like I said, we still have the finals left to go. That is going to be between Shoop and Chess Dude, who have been troopers waiting around for that long time to play. So we're not going to waste too much more time. Make sure you guys head over to the website once again, get your guy code quote, and enter in to win that PC. Also, of course, right on that page is a code that you can use if you're going to buy a PC soon. If you're going to spend a lot of money to upgrade your PC, you can head over there and get a code for 5% off 1,300 or more on a CyberPower PC. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that during the break. But again, we're going to be back in 5 minutes with the finals between Chess Dude and Shoop. Don't go anywhere.